Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Zookeepers War, an incredible true story from the Cold War. By J.W. Mohnhaupt. Translated by Shelley Frisch. Read by Jacques Roy. Prologue. Animal People. City dwellers in general, and Berliners in particular, love animals more than their fellow men. Wolfgang Gewalt, former director of the Duisburg Zoo, in an interview with Die Zeit, 1966. The following anecdote stems from the late 1980s, with the world on the brink of crisis, when it seemed that the Berlin Wall would stand for at least another 100 years, and West Berlin's Zoo and East Berlin's Tierpark were not only their respective countries' most popular recreational facilities, but also symbols of their systems of government. The city of Berlin had been divided for nearly 30 years, and the only sign of unity was the two zoo directors' dedication to cultivating their mutual aversion. It is hard to know who started the feud. As so often in life, though, it all came down to who had the biggest of whatever was being compared. In this case, elephants. The setting was the West Berlin Zoological Garden, where Heinz-Georg Klöss, the director, had recently enlarged his elephant enclosure and brought in a few new animals, which he was now showcasing. Klöss was an avid animal collector, and his zoo had the largest number of species in the world. He attached great importance to having more elephants than his counterpart in the East because, in the world of zoos, elephants are prized possessions. Having more elephants meant winning a battle. Back in the 1960s, Willy Brandt, West Berlin's mayor at the time, was said to have gone over the head of his own Department of Finance to secure the money needed to purchase additional elephants, with the sole aim of flaunting this acquisition in front of the East Berlin Tierpark and its director. At least, that's how Klöss remembered it. Courtesy now dictated that Heinrich Data, the director of the Tierpark, Animal Park, be invited to the unveiling of West Berlin's new elephant enclosure. Data's presence could be to Klöss's advantage. The director of the zoo would be able to make sure his rivals saw just how badly he had been bested. After all, Data had been struggling for more than 10 years to get funding for a new pachyderm pavilion despite East Germany's floundering economy. Data did not think much of Klöss, professionally or personally, and Data, who was 16 years older, made his junior counterpart fully aware of his disdain. He once made a show of serving dumplings at a gathering, pointing out the resemblance between the German word for dumplings, Klößchen, and his guest's last name. And so, when Data criticized the new elephants in the zoo...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?